Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to tackle a medium-level problem on LeetCode called maximum twin sum of a linked list. This problem requires us to find the maximum sum of twin nodes in a linked list, and I'm excited to walk you through my solution. So, let's get started. The problem presents us with a linked list, and we need to find the maximum sum of twin nodes. But what are twin nodes? Well, twin nodes are nodes that are mirrored across the middle of the list. For example, if we have a list with 5 nodes, the first node and the last node are twins. The second node and the fourth node are twins. And the third node is a twin with itself. The core insight here is to realize that we can find the maximum twin sum by converting the linked list to a more accessible data structure like a vector, and then iterating over the first half of the list while summing each element with its corresponding twin from the second half. Think of it like looking into a mirror, where each node on one side has a corresponding twin on the other side. This way, we can easily find the maximum twin sum. Imagine we have a linked list, and we want to find the maximum twin sum. We start by converting the linked list to a vector, because it's much easier to access elements in a vector than in a linked list. Then, we initialize a variable to keep track of the maximum twin sum found so far. Next, we iterate over the first half of the vector, and for each element, we calculate its twin sum by adding it to the corresponding element from the second half of the vector. We update our maximum twin sum if the current twin sum is greater than the previous maximum. Finally, we return the maximum twin sum after iterating over all pairs. Now, let's take a look at the code. We start by defining a function called pairsum that takes a linked list as input. Inside this function, we create an empty vector called values to store the elements of the linked list. We then use a while loop to traverse the linked list and push each element into the vector. Next, we initialize a variable called maxSum to -infinity, which will store the maximum twin sum found so far. We also calculate the size of the vector and store it in a variable called n. Then, we use a for loop to iterate over the first half of the vector. And for each element, we calculate its twin sum by adding it to the corresponding element from the second half of the vector. We use the formula values I plus values n1i to calculate the twin sum, where I is the current index and n1i is the index of the corresponding twin. We update maxSum if the current twin sum is greater than the previous maximum. Finally, we return maxSum after iterating over all pairs. Now, let's talk about the time and space complexity of this solution. The time complexity is O(n), where n is the number of nodes in the linked list. This is because we're doing a constant amount of work for each node in the list. First when converting the list to a vector and then when calculating the twin sums. The space complexity is also O(n), as we're storing all the values from the linked list in a vector. This is necessary because we need to be able to access the elements from the end of the list, which isn't possible with a singly linked list. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this solution to the maximum twin sum of a linked list problem. If you have any questions or you'd like to share your approach, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and comment your approach below.